Hello, seekers. Welcome to Madness Life. If you're new here, please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to become a member, links in the description. Ha! This is Willie. He's our mascot. Actually, we have twins. In case we got a double scream. There you go. Live chat alert. Say hello. Anyone? Wow. Well, hello, Deb. How are you? How are you? Okay, it's going to be one of them sleepy Saturdays. I'm fine with that. Watch it on the playback with a bunch of commercials. Unless you got premium like me, we don't have to watch commercials anymore. Oh, hell, look at y'all rolling in now. Gail, Jersey, Sophie, Tracy, or Travis, Milk Bee, Sea Life's Beauty, Jarella, Camilla, Gigi, Miss B, Sophia, Misha. My hair, yes, I have a triple waiver, and I decided to do some Diane Cannon hair today. I used to love her hair. Or mermaid hair, call it whatever you want. Troll detectives rolling in. Violet, NJ, Christy Girl, Misha, Elizabeth, Garden Lady, Siwan. There it is. Jamie, Tishada, Corinne, Sophie, Antonis, Moody, Life of an Angel, Sunshine Granny. Hi, guys. Thank you, Antonis. Hello, No Nudes. Hippiesta. So we're working on the van today. There's the refrigerator, and then the toilet's on the other side of that. We are building a bench for the toilet to be underneath. Hello, Ashley. The leave-in is amazing, is it not? Makes your hair shiny and lovely. Thank you, Life of an Angel, Soul Train. Thank you, Jamie. I have a triple waiver, and I decided to just wave it up. You received your rose clay bar yesterday. Yay. All the orders are out. We are out of face cream. So, I am willing to make another batch, but I need to get some sort of interest before I make another batch. So if you wanted to email me at nomadnesslife@yahoo.com, I could get an idea, a count of how many people would want face cream, and then I can make a half a batch or I can make a full batch. So we'll see. But we are sold out of the face cream. There are people out there saying, oh my God, I love this face cream. You will be addicted to it. Your skin has never felt so good in your life. Nothing will ever compare again. I'm telling you. If I'm lying, I'm crying, and I ain't crying, ain't a tear in my eye. Hi, Bill. Do you do shaving cream? No. That would create a whole pump system. No. And like a can would have to be pressurized. Now, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, Jones Journey. Love it because I have curly fine hair and it doesn't weigh it down. Exactly. Okay, so we got a little bit of a current event first before we get into some creepy shit that I was like, whoa, this is too weird. You'll appreciate it, Troll Detective, if you can stick around. Yumiko, yes. Mermaid hair. Unsubscribing immediately. Yeah. Thank you, Necesita. Oh, God, what a crazy day. So if you didn't know, current event first, always the current event. Shani lost her Twitch channel indefinitely. Of course, she's going to blame it on the people, but supposedly she slept and her big old booty got exposed. So that's the rumor on the street. It wasn't trolls that hated her. It was she exposed her big booty while she was sleeping. That happens, folks. That's why we don't do 24-hour lives, filming ourselves sleeping, because you can end up, getting booted off the Twitch for life. So let's see what happened. We're over here on Rev's channel, Revelation News TV. Yeah, it's the only channel they have left in all the platforms. Thank you, Antonis, for the €5.99. You have the pick? Moody's got the pick. Yeah, that's what she gets. You enjoyed sending Rev hot food? Well, you still can, because he still has his YouTube channel. As long as she don't use it and ruin it, then there's that. Hi, Jennifer. All right, let's see what happened. Oh, no, he got rid of it. Hold on. Oh, Rev. They're deleting everything. She even deleted her Instagram. She even deleted her Instagram. And her Twitter. You told Rev what? She just told Rev he has to end his channel. He was crying. Oh, God. Well, there you go. They're gone for good. So they're the ones that miss out. And we're just going to have to live with it, I suppose. Okay, so let's go to the deleted. Easy. We're on barbecue chillin'. Let's go to the deleted part of, I'm not watching that. It's deleted anyway. Of the stream last night. Foodie Beauty's in a mood. She's in a mood. Took it out on the reaction channels. Oh, God, for the 18,000th time in 2 years, 3 years. Unbelievable. She'll never change. So let's see what happened. Let's watch the highlights. This is the Foodie we miss. Oh, he's got the dong. He can get it on.
He can get it on.
Dong. 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 That is epic. The hill.
I am going to go live in a bit, and if people stream snipe me, I will simply log off right away. I am not interested in being a part of his nonsense. I don't think it's fair, and I would rather just stick to videos in this case.
So she put this up right before she went live, right? Back to herself. I'm going to go live, but if you snipe me, I'm going to log off. Okay, did she? No.
She said this and then, like a few hours later, went live. I'm not going to put the vlog on the couple's channel because it's just boring. Like, I'm just not. I'm just going to cover the deleted stream. So let's watch.
We're gonna eat our dinner on camera because I like to eat on camera. You know that. We don't really like.
By the way, she eats for 30 minutes straight. You know how long 30 minutes is when you're literally just putting a fork to your mouth? That's like an eternity.
Decided not to pay attention to those idiots. Like anything I do will be in like secret from now on. But
right. I got a question, Chantal. Everything I'm going to do is going to be in secret from now on. Why aren't you doing members-only lives? I mean, you could solve this problem. Or do a paid Discord. Why do you insist on going public just to be shown that you can only draw in 600 people with a 93,000 sub channel and Frenchie's over there drawing in 3,000 just reacting to you?
I find it disgusting that like YouTube doesn't do anything about it.
Because they allow reaction channels. You've been told this for 3 years. You are uploading for free on their platform. They set the rules, sweetheart, not you.
Oh, you want YouTube?
Poor Salah trying to show his food while she's just rambling on.
Tube.
Look at him growing his hair out. Got it all slicked back like John Travolta. I know she's been saying this crap for 3 years.
Something about people who break terms of service? So you want your channel deleted then?
Yeah, you guys have broke so many terms of service. You should have your channel deleted.
What were you saying?
Piercings, yeah, typically are head on. I tell you, when you live your life and just be happy, life is so much more peaceful. Of course. Oh, are people stream sniping for real? Because I'm going to get off. Wait.
Oh, okay, bye now. Bye, girl. Look at Salah. No, my hair is on fleek. I want to stay on. Look at me.
Do you think we should get off? I said I was going to get off if people stream sniping me.
Should I get off, Salah? He says, no, I'm still staring at myself. Stop it.
Go put your kids
Just because you look like shit.
to bed. Do you have something better to do? God.
No, we don't. But I don't stream snipe, so there's that. I do think a creator should get their views. I just feel that way. That's my thing. But yeah, this was deleted. So that's why people stream snipe, because you delete everything.
You know what I mean? Are you allowed to stream snipe movies when they're live? No, you're not. Like,
Well, because they actually go through lawyers and get the proper copyrights. You could do that, and that would end your endless bullshit. It's just not fair because I don't get the views anymore. That's because of your content. Yeah, his hair does actually look good. Yeah, better than nodders.
whether I have 93,000 subscribers or it's a movie or whatever, it's still interesting.
You should ask yourself, if you have 93,000 subscribers, why are you only getting 600 people viewing your video when you're live? Ask yourself. I've been up to 400, and I only have 4,700 subscribers or something.
First of all, movies have more strict copyright rules because they're a private corporation.
Absolutely, and she could do that to her own channel. If she just would shell out the money, right? Because Eugenia Cooney, that's her name, right? Eugenia Cooney on YouTube, she literally has done that. If you even go over there and show a clip of her, she gets all your money. So girl, take care of business. FFG hit over 3,000 at one point last night.
YouTube is a public space, and YouTube has different rules for copyright. So,
Yes, we know the rules. You got to go to court. A judge has to prove, blah, blah, blah. Move on.
defense, people cannot upload those.
Blah, blah, blah.
Where you're gonna
Blah, blah.
react to your video.
Crazy. Why would I want her to stream snipe and like leech off my phone?
Quit saying that shit about Breezy. You keep mentioning what a bad mom she is not going to change and make her shut her channel down. I know you think that's her weakness, but it's not. That bitch is in for the long haul. Get over it.
Content. Just so you can get a video.
Yeah, can you imagine her in therapy, no nudes? How dare you talk to me like that? I'm the queen of the Chantalverse. Liking or not liking someone doesn't matter.
Like feed your kids. Like get a life and get a job.
Okay.
Get a life and get a job. You're going to be doing that soon. You keep running your mouth like this.
These people, like, they don't have anything to do.
They have no life.
Salah, you have no idea how it works. No idea.
No life, wallah.
No, but they have kids. She has a kid.
Seriously,
She has kids. She has kids. Salah, she has kids. So is Murad. Yet you put kids on your channel that are not yours. Allah's children, Murad's little kids' feet in your living room. You're a terrible content creator.
let's think. In Arab world here, nobody is talking like this or doing like this reaction channels and talk about every 1 minute of the other life.
Okay, Salah. No, like, first of all, who asked you?
Nobody ever asks him. Nobody. They're both mental.
Make us disgusted as a whole. Like, for example, you telling people to kill them.
Yeah, Salah's a whole grown-ass woman. Over here with the super dry shirt on. She should be wearing that. She should be wearing that shirt.
You want to insult somebody or your wife
She would cut off
Be
her arm
racist.
for the numbers that Frenchie and Yaba make, right?
just because she feels like it and she's angry.
What's
know-
it? What's this? What's this? On the side of your face, girl. You got a big old zit from wearing them things and sweating under them. Yeah, shut up, Salah. Nobody wants to hear it.
I'm like being a baby, but honestly, it's to the point where
You've always been a baby. Funko baby.
it's like it's just not enjoyable for me anymore. Like, nope.
Then log off. What is this, the 10th, 15th time you're going to quit? Just like Shani. Shani will be back in 2 days.
That there's like somebody using your content to
Oh, no, we're using Google's content now. Once you uploaded it, it's no longer yours. So when your channel gets yeeted, all your videos are gone. They won't even give them back to you. Does that tell you anything? Once you choose to upload it, it belongs to Google. And Google says, yeah, you can react to it. The 1976 Fair Use Act. Yeah. You can use it for criticism even. Looky there.
Call you names, like how you smell,
You do the same thing. You do the same thing.
what you do in the bedroom. Like there's
Ah, look at his face. Yikes. Yikes. No.
a weird obsession with our sex life
You don't have one.
and intimate life and what we do in the bedroom.
Can we see their sex life, for example, if they're talking about others?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. You're still a virgin there, eyebrow.
So pathetic losers. And really
He's going for the LA chic look, right? Yeah. See, you should have come over to the United States. It'd be a lot easier than Canada. You could have got your citizenship in the United States, and you could go to you could travel to Canada anytime you wanted, unless Trudeau stops you at the gates.
really idiots.
I like how Foodie is trying to change the narrative.
Foodie's always tried to change the narrative. She's in a bad mood. She's gonna take it out on everyone else. She's always been this way, even with her family. And I even watched the Canadian Horror Story yesterday, and I said, "Oh my God, I forgot about all those nuggets."
So she's gonna have
Salah's saving himself for a real marriage. Right on, no nudes.
to deal with it.
It is.
Come on, grow up, reaction channels.
Just drink your soda, gamer boy.
Grow up.
Yeah, they play video games in bed. Him in his bed at his daddy's house, and her in the bed in that place. She's still eating, by the way. And they go through translator. She always gives away her nuggets.
Use it.
Jesus, woman.
The-
Use it. Use your brain. Like you do to play your Casio keyboard one-handed.
I'm not sure that you have it at all, anyway.
Well, I'm not sure you have a brain. If you're trying to tell us you married her in Kuwait on a tourist visa, yeah, so you might want to do some research.
So in the next clip, I'm not sure if this is why Foodie deleted the video or if it's plain like she doesn't want any reaction channels to use it. Well, newsflash, people are gonna screen record it or upload it somewhere, especially the foreigners. So just screw it anyway. So yeah, here's a law makes a physical threat against, reaction channels.
Yeah, he made a physical threat against reaction channels, which are all women and gay men. Who specifically? Look at his biceps. You? Oh my God. My biceps are bigger than yours. Come on now. Stop playing.
Do you know what I feel like?
Look at that arm. Look at this. Him and his soft hands. His little 12-year-old boy biceps. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at these arms. Salah, stop. Stop while you're ahead.
I want to punch some reaction channels like this.
What are we dealing with here? What are we dealing with here? If you would have just kept the beginning when we met you of this, I don't know, really strong Muslim man, if you'd have just kept that role playing. But look it only takes time, right? It only takes time. Like look at Nader in the kitchen making meth and cheese. And it only takes time before people's true self comes out. He is the Kung Fu King. That's right, A-What.
In their face.
You don't even know how to... That is not a professional punch. You either uppercut, right? Uppercut, jab. That ain't even a jab, dude. Your elbow's supposed to be behind you. What is this? What a sissy girl.
Like this.
Oh my God. Look at her. That's my man. That's my man. She even took a break from eating.
Boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't snap a wrist there, perfume boy.
Those boxing gloves?
Yeah, it's my
For
boxing
your
gloves.
kung fu?
For your Kung Fu? I'm so proud of my Kung Fu man. Elizabeth, thank you for the $4.99. Put the nunchucks down before you hurt yourself, saddle boy. He got nunchucks.
If, people think I'm gonna magically just forget about you and go back to wheelchairs and everything.
Oh, yeah, you will. Oh, yeah, you will. Yes, you will. You're going to shred yourself of the hefty bag, uncinch yourself, and you're going to be running around that house in your little sports bra and your porcupine hair. Yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. They say I'm going to forget about you, Salah. He is Pete's 2.0. He is Pete's 2.0. He is not even intimidating. He is your little virgin boy. Mary, there's your virgin boy.
They think I'm as fake as they are.
Oh, we are far from fake. You just hate that we call this shit out.
But I cannot wait to prove people wrong. I can't.
We can't wait either. We know you're gonna bees off camera for a while. I'll give it maybe 3 weeks, and then you can't help yourself. Because when you bees, when you get your edibles in you, for some reason, you want to go live. You even did it in the hijab before you went to Kuwait. And everybody was calling you out because it was so damn obvious. We can't wait. We're waiting for it. Yeah, you haven't even treated your eating addiction.
It's like, why can't I just like have my own existence on YouTube
Oh, you can. And we live for it.
without, like, why can't YouTube do something about...
Because they allow reaction channels. Even Trisha Paytas, my dear, has reaction channels. And Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, they all have reaction channels. You're not a celebrity. I've told you before. You're a Kardashian.
Such a toxic community, like, preying on the same person.
Then just log off. We'll be left to wonder what happened to you. I'm sure after about a week of us playing all the past of your life and making money off it, you'll show up again.
Is what my point is. Like, why do I have to be okay with that?
You don't have to be okay with it. But sitting here with your young husband, instead of making a channel, a couples vlog for the night, you're just gonna sit here and eat and rage. You might want to try a Snickers bar. It might help.
It doesn't happen to anyone else online.
It don't. I just named a bunch. So yeah, it does.
On YouTube.
Oh, and by the way, Negs went on Twitch, or whatever the hell channel he's on now. He went on there denouncing support. He's not supporting you anymore. He said everything you're doing is fake and it's lies. So there's that. That didn't take long.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Play my neck, my back.
Lick my pussy and my crack.
No. Yeah. I get pimples because, like, I use my collagen.
Oh, sweetheart, that is not a pimple. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. You'd have been better off saying a cold sore. But unfortunately, one popped up here too. So it's around the mouth. Keep sharing your drinks with her, and pretty soon you'll have pimples on your lips. Oh, that's right. You got that big Fu Manchu mustache. We'll never see it.
Lip enhancer really irritates my lips sometimes. Calling me, like, morbidly obese, like, lady, you're like my size, or not far off.
Oh, here we go again. The same script. Boring.
Like, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Who is this Yaba?
Just a dumb reaction.
Don't ask who Yaba is. Eyebrows.
Like from southern US, like she knows anything about the Middle East at all.
Like you do at all. You obviously don't know Kuwaiti law. You out there changing the laws, changing what's haram and what's not, right? You are not at all versed in the Middle East.
She hasn't even probably left her country.
Who cares if she left her country? What if you left it twice in 39 years? Please, quit flexing. What's growing over here? Still want to know.
What does being from the South United States have?
Oh, that's right. She makes fun of the South. People from the South. Lil Mama went up. She's made a video. She's a #1 fan, a #1 beezer. She's from the South and apparently lives in either a basement or a trailer by the wood paneling.
To do
But she won't say anything about her one of her #1 fans.
with knowing anything about the Middle East?
She knows nothing about the Middle East.
You've been living there for 3 months and you barely know a thing. So I don't...
She don't even look into it. He don't even know a thing. He's been living with daddy and mama forever. Can tell by the arms and the soft hands. He just wants to go to Canada so he can kick it in the clubs. Because, we seen the video where he can only dance with men. That's problematic, by the way. But I'm just saying, he wants to dance with the ladies. We know she won't go. loses her breath eating a sandwich.
I don't know why that has even anything to do with that. Why?
You never seen paneling on a ceiling before? No, yeah, me either.
Since she's from
That's an old mobile home then.
the south of the United States, like what's the relevance? But then again, Chantal is the person who thinks that being from the south of the United States is like an insult or something.
Yes, she looks to insult people.
I really don't know why. I really don't get it.
Trump supporter kind of like woman.
Was that
Trump supporter. Chantal, here's a news flash while you've been in Kuwaiti. Trump hasn't been in office in 3 years, so why is he still being brought up? Nobody cares about us. Nobody. Absolutely nobody cares about the peasants making the money to be spent in any way they seem feasible. And none of them who are billionaires and millionaires give a shit about us. It's just kind of like you. It's a character they play.
I really hope
You're the only one that is stupid enough to think there's actual sides when they're all against you, dummy.
to become obese someday, because if that's the case, if you bully people, fat people online for a living, I don't know what to say. No word.
Oh my God, that's your go-to always?
Kayla?
Yeah.
Look at her alligator arms. Oh my God. What are you guys, 12? Is he developmentally delayed? I'm starting to wonder. Did he live at home too long? Been sheltered?
Let's do it.
Look at her arms. And you say you could whoop someone's ass? Girl, put up a boxing ring. I'll meet you in Canada when you get home. Ew, ew, ew. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't you flinch after the abuse from Nader? Like, for real. Doesn't it scare you when men come at you? Oh, God. Another proof of bullshit. Is this why you took down your video? Because people would compare it? Yeah, she's definitely not been in DV. Anybody, if I'd been in DV and anyone swung at me, I would, like, level them. I would freak. Just like if somebody, like, holds something, or, like, over your head, your animal instinct for fear is going to be to just scrap your way out of it. Yeah, look at her. That looks like you're having fun punching each other. Look at her arms. Is this scripted? Is that why he brought all his toys over? For real. From his kung fu? His little kung fu box? He brought it over? Oh my God.
Put up your dukes.
I don't want to curse you with it. This one is so like
And this one is so spongy.
heavy, not strong.
Do you used to punch people in the face?
Yeah, Nags put up he put up a little thing about, oh, let me show you. Hold on. Let's go over to a new tab. I'll show you. Troll Detective. I think you'll enjoy it. Oh, here it is. Nag says Foodie is fake drama for views and says he's done covering the girl verse. Ha ha ha! Didn't that last long? Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I knew it wouldn't last long anyway. There's no money to be made here. He's got to move on. For real.
Face with this?
Mhm.
That's what.
Let's say she's boring. Why are you watching her? This is the main.
Okay, let me clue you in there, salad boy. Here's the deal. She has created a storyline that we need to see to the end. If it was all horse shit. We spend more time finding the nuggets and pulling out her horse shit. Like that moment where you were boxing her and, you know, boxing her in the head, and she said she flinches whenever you go near her face. See, we have to pull out these nuggets that it's bullshit. See how that is? Trust me, we're no fans of Nader's, but she revenge DV'd him. She revenge SA reported him, right? Because another woman stepped in and she has to be number one. And when she's not done with somebody, you may find out soon, she will slander you and drag you through the mud. Good luck to you, buddy. But that's why we watch her, waiting for the outcome.
A question.
Yeah.
Girl still eating.
Because we're morbidly curious, you fucking idiot.
Amen, Pulpy.
Like, what the...
If she said she loves Salah and she wants him, but ew. She has a double chin, no offense, and she is.
You just put down a woman for having a double chin reaction channel? Okay. How'd that feel, Chantal? No offense, but she has a double chin. Hello? Hey, ding ding.
Bullying on Chantal.
On my chin, yeah. Her audience calls me Chinny when she looks like a bullfrog.
We called you Chinny because your filters made you look like Joe Leno or Jay Leno for the umpteenth time. See, she don't want to hear the truth. She just used it. It's like she has nothing else in her head but the same narratives and the same bullshit over and over. It's because I'm fat. It's because I'm fat. Well, then get skinny. Problem solved. Hey, Elizabeth, $1.99 on a super chat. Roman and mom jeans boxing. Wouldn't that be awesome? Still think Roman might win. And that's something to say, right? Perfectly Imperfect has a video of Nag saying it's all fake. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I just showed it. Yes, we know Trailer Park. I covered it at the beginning.
Literally.
So if you're not on Twitter and you're not really paying attention to Netter, he's been caught smoking meth.
Yeah, we know. We saw it.
See, like, what are we jealous of exactly? Like, I'm gonna go back to that. Jealous that I'm not with a meth head. Like,
I'll tell you what you're jealous of. I can make a short list. Dee Dee, number one. Dee Dee, living with your dream crazy guy, just as crazy as you, and he likes to lie, and he likes to play games. He likes to get all involved in the drama. Shala doesn't have a clue about this shit. He just wants to play his game and watch Dumb and Dumber. He doesn't want to deal with this, just like Pete. Pete ain't into this. You want somebody who's into all this shit and really explode a channel with insanity. That's why you're jealous of Dee Dee. She's living your life, right? What else you jealous of? Any woman out there making more views than you. You're jealous of any woman out there that is thinner than you. I mean, you could fix all these things, but you'd rather be a victim, so we like watching it.
are you serious? You literally can't afford to put your mom in a nursing home anymore. You have to bring her home with you to a...
That's going to be crazy. Did you hear about this, Troll Detective? Oh my God. It looks like they're going to be moving Dee Dee's mom into the one-bedroom condo. And guess what? While Dee Dee's at work all day, Nods, oh my God, will be taking care of her because she can't move very well. So who's going to take her into the shower, the bathroom? They're not qualified, and this is frightening as hell. But we're here for it. We're all going to need prayers for Dee Dee's mom.
Meth addict loser.
And by the way, Dudu, rest in
By the way, doo-doo.
your kitchen.
What did your mush mouth just say? Oh, rest in peace, your kitchen? No, it's fine. It's fine there, Count Dracula. Why does she cover her mouth? Oh, her breath stinks.
Here's just talking about the wedding and how women are protected because the husband has to give something to the wife or whatever. And somebody pointed out the other day on Twitter that if she really went there the first time...
Oh, talking about her going to the courthouse. Why are people trying to prove that they're not married? They're not married. Period. They are not married. I don't care which way they spin it. Please, people, just stop. You cannot get married on a tourist visa. She cannot change a tourist visa to a work visa either while she's there. She has to leave and reapply for a different visa. She cannot get a civil ID without having a work visa or a residency. She can't have either one on a tourist visa, which means she cannot get married. End of. Stop it. Just stop it.
to get married.
Ah,
Or she would have mentioned...
I don't want to hear it.
Like having our own elevator.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really. I have one question for FFG audience.
Okay. Ask the FFG audience what there. Come on. Try to move your lips farther apart so we can understand.
Okay. How do you watch someone even she don't show her face?
We've seen her face 1,000,000 times. She likes to smoke dope behind the camera and she don't want to do it on the camera. Second of all, why does she eat on camera? Why can't she eat before she clicks the live button? Because if you didn't know, Sala, that's how she made her money. And now she don't, and she's bullshitting you so she can overeat. How about that? You didn't see that coming, did you? But no, we've seen FFG. She was on camera for a year. Now she likes to smoke dope. Her chat has gotten so big, she gets distracted by staring at herself.
Yeah, and also a question for her. Why she don't show her face?
We've seen her face.
So here's Elias explaining the whole marriage process on a tourist visa. But
And he's lying.
as we all know, you cannot get married on a tourist visa.
Amen, barbecue chicken.
I don't know where he's trying to accomplish here, but let's hear the explanation.
She's all listening to the script. Look at the face. Make sure you don't screw it up, buddy.
We get married once she came here, okay?
We got married once she came here. Oh, that's right, because if you would have just got married in the last episode, right, of the Courthouse Marriage Bees, right, then that would mean you two been fucking off together for 2 months without being married, and that's haram, and it's not allowed in Kuwait. By Kuwaiti law, you could be jailed. So now you're going to backtrack? I'm pretty sure if the government or the Department of Ministry wanted to go to the courthouse and look at any documents that say you're married, I'm pretty sure they could go there and get the answers themselves. So, gaslighting your audience is pretty stupid.
Fully married, but to get the paper as a tourist visa, it's need time.
You still can't get married on a tourist visa. Nice try, though.
To the court many times. Until
You've been to the court many times. Then why is she just now fascinated with the elevators? Because we know when she's proud of herself for doing something, she talks about it on and on and on and on and on. Oh, she got in an elevator and lived. Oh my God. She got to talk about it. Remember the elevators? I went on an elevator. Remember the elevators? Oh my God.
until you get the marriage contract. So
Lies.
I hope this it's coming inside the brain of
I wish you would go to the gym. Those biceps, or at least put on a long sleeve shirt.
some people. I'm talking about some people, like zombies. They follow the reaction channels and they believe.
And you think you could beat up Nader? Listen, Nader would go full psycho on your ass. You wouldn't even know what's coming, right? You wouldn't have a clue. So shh.
Yeah.
It's need time. If you don't know something, don't say something from yourself. Just learn or read.
We already did learn and read. Kuwaiti law. I have put it on my channel 3 times. I ain't doing it again.
Look at my views right now, 600.
Oh my God, and she goes on to her views. You are not making the paycheck anymore. Accept it. It's time for other people to reign. It's time for us to grow. You had your chance. You screwed it up with this stupid Cuba rage, your pumped up kicks. That's when you lost everything. Had nothing to do with the reaction channels. In fact, your channel would be dead in the water if it wasn't for us and your fake dead subs. Right? Just because you think you can flex on subs, your views are what pay you. And it's horrible. You're not even making 0.03% in views of your subs. That tells us all we need to know. The numbers don't lie, but you do.
Nobody was on live,
Who cares? We need only 400.
Baby. Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Baby girl.
There's times when nobody's sniping.
Yeah, there are times when nobody snipes and makes way more views than you. And that should tell you your content sucks. And you keep blocking your members. And guess what? Do a members only live then. People would have to pay to watch.
Still get the 600. It's not because people are sniping. It's because people don't want to watch you alone.
Amen. Can we get an amen? Double willies. Double willies. Calling out your bullshit. Now I need camels. Do camels make noise or would they spit? Can I get a camel that would spit on her?
Through your
Like
channel.
it would actually make a sound where it went like that.
People would rather wait for reaction channels. That's it.
See, like that's the thing. Like you can't flex that FFG as 2,500 when
No, she had 3,000 at one point. That's cute though.
she's stream sniping my content.
Nope, it's the commentary. It's the commentary. People have more fun watching us because we make your content funny.
Obviously,
Because it's boring.
she has open chat, so that's obviously going. I have behind it.
You got other shit to worry about, right, Elizabeth? You need to go buy some diapers to wear on the plane. You need to go have your blood pressure checked. You need to lay off the sodium. You need to fast. You won't listen. You got 7 days. Well, in 7 days, next Saturday, I have a feeling she's flying out Friday, by the way. Anyway, on Saturday, that's your last day allowed there. So if you get tripped up at the airport because you've been flagged for some reason, I'm just saying, from the government, I'm just saying you might want to go a day early, just in case.
Paywall. So she's obviously going to have more people, but if she's talking about herself, she will have nobody.
Oh, look at your little brain trying to figure out why you're tanking.
No bloop what? Like what?
Like what? Right? Like what?
Her 1,000 views on her friggin' vlogs.
Your vlogs are only getting 6,000 views. What's your point? And that channel was already established. And she doesn't use her vlog channel. She just started it one day because she was upset about her dogs dying and she just wanted to vlog somewhere besides her other channel. She doesn't even promote it. Why are you obsessed with it? Because she's blowing you away on her main channel. Boom!
So yeah, I'm after today's stream, I'm
Flinch, flinch, flinch.
not streaming anymore. People are just gonna stream snipe me. I'm not gonna stream. I will just like do vlogs. That's it.
Goody, goody gumdrops. Go do your vlogs because they're done so professionally. We'll have a good laugh at those.
That's it.
That's it. She's done. How long until you think she goes live again? Tonight or tomorrow night, whenever she's alone and Salah's off with his friends. Since it's Saturday and it's already 7:42 p.m. there, I'm going to guess in about 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, she'll be live because he'll be out with his friends dancing together, right? They hold each other's hands and they dance in a living room, right? With so they say, no alcohol, right? No alcohol, as they say. Dancing with men, right? Because that's what they got to do, and she can't go. The women don't even like her anymore, so she definitely can't go. They have to hide all the snacks. They have to lock up the water, the sodas, right? So she's created a little problem there with the social gathering of women. So she stays there alone. Well, he goes out. He's like, could we end this so I can go out with my friends? God, super dry.
Honestly, I'm tired of it.
Then log off.
Doing
How
this
about
way.
relax?
It's true though. I'm getting off anyways. It's just I don't enjoy it anymore. Like I just don't enjoy it at all.
Bye. Bye. You won't tell us what you're really upset about. So you want your beezers to be once again punished because of your anger. Ain't that cute?
Period. This is my job. Like I could honestly.
Not for long. You might want to check at that what Connors, see if they're hiring. You and Pete can ride around, right? Ride around in your shag car, right? Your dilapidated Kia. It's still not paid off. You and Pete be delivering food, right? DoorDash, ding dong.
Probably like take her to court for like
Yeah, this is sexual frustration for sure.
defamation because any audience she's built off hate watching has been based on lies, pure lies. I just can't get.
Aw, pure lies. Actually listening to your mouth run its course, proving, and you can just sit over here and be a reaction channel without showing content to prove what you're saying is true, right? Prove to us that you're not in cahoots with Nader, trying to make money off of drama, and it's not working. It's not working. And then Nader went and showed his whole ass. And now people are done with Natter. See how you guys keep screwing up? Jeez. You know what? You need a writer. You need a producer.
Get past it, and honestly, I don't want to be on a platform that
And he ain't it. He's looking to be an underwear model in Canada. Get to the gym, Salah.
doesn't protect its creators.
All that fast food. He's trying different angles. Tips his head, raises an eyebrow, slicks his hair back. We know what's up. It's either that or he's going to get to Canada, right? And then he's going to start transitioning because that's what they do. So she don't bother them in that sense, right? You're going to start the transition. You and Pete be out there, Pride Parade. Well, and the fast food's giving them a little bit of a tum-tum and some mom hips. We seen them.
Against bullying, like incessant bullying. I just don't want to do it.
Incessant bullying. It's not bullying, it's criticism. You just don't know the difference. Like when you bullied your sister when she was little, and you and your friend would sit on the couch in front of the TV, and your little sister wasn't allowed to. She had to sit in a chair by the door and eat because you wouldn't allow her to sit next to you. Why? Was she cuter than you? Was she funnier than you? Was she sweeter than you? Just wondering.
So, I mean, I used to do vlogs before live streams. Maybe it's just time for me to switch back and rethink
Yep, it's time.
what I want to do on social media,
Yeah, you should think about it.
I don't,
Goodbye paycheck, Sala. Sorry you inserted yourself.
This is a manipulation tactic.
Yeah, no shit, it's called gaslighting. Gaslighting our audience. It's all everybody's fault, you guys.
Dad, since I can't do this anymore and blah blah blah. She's been over this a million times now. She's done this already. This is nothing new. Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. So check this out. I want to bring up the nunchucks because this made me laugh harder than anything this idiot has ever done. Let's see. He's going to show off his skills. This is perfectly imperfect.
Here we go.
the nunchucks.
Nunchucks! Get this. Watch this.
Nunchaku.
You are something.
You had to use those.
Oh, you're going to listen to the sound. Can you hear the plastic chains? Plastic. You get these at Halloween City when you're going to dress up as he was probably a Ninja Turtle for Halloween and went to a party, right? These are plastic. Plastic chains, plastic. What you going to give somebody? A little red welt on the side of the head with those? I think these are made of foam. And that's plastic. Check that shit out. Plastic. He was a Ninja Turtle. And that's why one of the Beezers asked him who his favorite turtle was. Everybody knows Michelangelo's the best Ninja Turtle. He's seen the movie. And he dressed up for Halloween as, I think, what's his favorite? Donatello or Raphael? No, it's always Michelangelo, you idiot.
Oh, I was.
Plastic. Those are plastic. I died. A couple times. Hearing the plastic clank together.
Oh my god, he's the Ninja Turtle. Who knew?
What awards did you win in?
Hear the plastic chains? Where'd you get that, boy? At the Dollar Tree. No, probably Halloween City. They're plastic. Stand up and do it. And if you don't accidentally punch yourself in the face with those, I'll believe you're a Ninja Turtle. Go on, boy.
In Kung Fu.
That's his skill. He almost clunked her. How come you didn't flinch? How come you didn't flinch there, Chantal? With all the abuse.
Well, it's my game.
It's your game?
He brought his box of toys. How can we with this guy? Yes, the real ones, they are very heavy. Plastic. Oh my God. I can't with this guy. All right, so now we're going to get into it. That was fun, you guys, but you suck. We're going to get into this because I was actually creeped out by all of
This
this.
story is
Ta-da! Pete said they can live together because he's transitioning. They can transition together. Won't that be great? And then she can't touch either one of them. You know Pete's is doing all this man shit while she's gone, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I hate when Salah brings us box of toys, right? He busted out a guitar at some point, and I said, oh, well, the batteries in his Casio keyboard is probably, you know, they were probably dead. So he has to get new batteries for the Casio keyboard. It's okay. It's okay. We can do without all of it. Okay. So, let's watch this. Oh my God, the similarities will freak you out. I believe that Chantal has taken everything she's doing from
not just the usual.
Amy's life journey. You are going to be shocked at the similarities in the behavior, the narrative, and the lies.
Hearted and somewhat terrifying stuff of the usual overweight woman making
Thank you, Kimber. I used my triple waiver today. Got some mermaid hair going on.
excuses on camera, or the person spewing their strange beliefs for all to see. This one
This is called procrastitera. Procrastitera. If Tally Girl wants to grab her link, this is her avatar. I found this documentary to be amazing because I was like, what am I watching? I feel like I'm watching exactly what Chantal's doing right now. Amy, you'll see why she's not around anymore because it's in here and it is disturbing. Let me tighten this base. Thank you. It's a little disturbing that she pretended to be one person and she was really another. And I told you, you guys, if you give it enough time, somebody will really reveal who they really are in real life. And the fake persona will have to disappear. And that's the truth. If you were to date somebody that is possibly a sociopath or a narcissistic personality disorder, at first, it will be overwhelming because they love bomb you. Everything you've ever wanted to hear, they'll say it to you, everything. They get to know everything about you. And the reason is not for what you think. It's not because, oh my God, we're soulmates. It's because they're actually categorizing and filing away all the things they can use against you someday, right? By being the complete opposite of the last relationship that you ever had. They're going to make sure. But then eventually, it takes a couple years for their true, there'll be a little bit of testers here and there. They'll be testing you just to see if they can nudge you a little and how you'll respond. But eventually, it'll get really ugly, dark, and scary, okay? So, when you're being manipulated by somebody, after the love bombing starts the manipulation. And that's where they make you think things that are not true. And even if you've seen it for yourself, you're crazy, you didn't see that. So I'm just letting you know that this is exactly what Chantal does, and this is exactly what this one does. Even the same situation, she married a guy from Egypt, Mohammed, right? He's originally from Egypt. And she went and found herself a baby to adopt without going through proper procedures like Chantal was talking about. Oh my God.
one has child abuse, neglect, many other strange details in between, and this is truly a journey in some aspects. So take that as a warning. This is Amy Ramadan.
Now pay attention to some of the similarities. It is creepy as shit.
You'll find a lot of comparisons to Amberlynn Reid when it comes
I think more to Chantal, but there are comparisons to Amberlynn also. No, she's wearing a hijab.
this woman, but while I do understand that there are similarities with weight loss failures and diets and trauma used for clickbait and victim point, Amy's tale is much darker than Amber's. I want to stress that again.
Yeah, Amy's tale is much darker than Amber's, but very similar to Chantal.
Amber might send harmful allegations here and there and mistreat her pets on occasion, which is bad, but Amy Ramadan is involved in child abuse, animal abuse, illegal adoption, and very dubious Mexican fertility drugs, if you can believe it, as well as neglect, swatting, and many more things. She's 38.
Yeah, and that's my point. Chantal has lived her last, 6-7 years absorbed in the YouTubes, looking at other channels, taking on personalities and all sorts of drama arcs that other YouTubers have done. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, this Amy exercising, she did, the same things as Chantal. She did these, weight loss things and it was all lies. Oh my God, it's so similar. It's crazy.
Weighs 500 pounds and her children are 4, 5, and 12. This could upset you. You might have heard of Amy from the video of her talking about 600 subscribers.
Yeah, so this one she got 600 subscribers. And she went in the bedroom to make a video. Now, mind you, she's got a young child at this point. The littlest one was only like 18 or 20 months old. Not able to speak yet. Oh my God.
That video has since been deleted from her channel, but she does have almost 6,000 now. How many of those are hate watchers and archivers? I don't know. Maybe
Now, this video's 2 years old that Procrastinate made. So she's talking as if it was, 2 years ago, not today. Amy's channel's gone.
Original 600 are loyal viewers. Now it says her channel began posting a year ago, but the problem is that Amy wasn't being archived or noted until the 600 subscriber video, so we're gonna get into a lot of stuff that people remember but they can't find anymore. And if there was stuff that she deleted that we don't know about, well, obviously there's no context there. Now the infamous video in question is only the tip, so we might as well get into it before we put the whole thing in. Warning, there are sounds of children in extreme distress.
Yeah.
On October 23rd, 2018, Amy uploaded a video called Let's Go to Portland. This was part vlog, part celebration, and this is the usual style of her content, where she puts something in the title that will only be referenced either at the end or in the middle of the video.
And that's exactly what Nader does. He'll put something in the title, My Day in Court, and then you don't get to see the title subject until the last 20 minutes of his live stream. So everybody's caught on to that, which he's stupid to do that. And I'm sure he was taught that by Chantal, because Amy used to do it. And so Nader will get, people just now slide all the way to the end and he loses all his views. And he's so dumb. He is about as business smart as Chantal. If he was smart, he would have a cooking channel and he would have a gossip channel. But he's ruined the Naughty Dotty because he would rage all tweaking out, and he ruined it because that's not how you do reactions. Chantal's just as bad as he is with being vile instead of critical.
This is not just for positive things either, as
her house was always trashed. Amy's house was always trashed.
Later on, you'll see some videos concerning childhood trauma and miscarriage stories, and these are all hidden behind like 5 to 20 minutes of fluff, cringe, and nothing burgers. This video in question is a 30-minute vlog where she tries on shoes that look... All I'm going to say is that when you put on shoes, the laces shouldn't be so stretched that they sucked into the shoes themselves.
Well, not only that, she can't even fit her ankles in. She can't even put her ankles in them.
Entirely like a diver experiencing Delta P.
I have those shoes. Well, she's got the generic ones. I got the real ones.
About shirts, and she has to try one on, and she somehow gets out of breath during this activity. This is all despite the fact that in most of her videos, she wears the same thing with the same underlining of a hijab, not the actual hijab, that she doesn't wash. This goes on for about 20 minutes until we finally get to her saying goodbye, and then cutting back and thanking us for 600 subscribers.
So much, every one of you that have...
Here we go. This is part of what happened.
Got me to 600 subscribers.
Now you're going to hear, hopefully, you're going to hear a slight, like, sound, right? Okay, kind of like that. You're going to hear kind of a sound like that.
I am so ecstatic. I am so happy. You guys have no idea. When I seen that I am at 600 subscribers, I was like, something is going well. And it just made my heart skip a beat and me sing a song because I am so happy to see my channel growing because
There's the sound. It literally just happened at the 13 or the 3:13 mark, okay? I'm going to play it back just at the 12. Now listen.
growing because not only
That's the sound. I'm going to guess when the cries start next that the 18 to 20 month old might have fell, right? Hurt herself.
is it you guys that are making this happen, but this is also your guys' channel, and that's why I get so excited because I know that you guys are getting to
And she got hurt.
meet new people just like I am. So anyways, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for all of the support, encouragement, excuse her.
No, get off your fat ass and make sure your baby's okay. Who goes in a bedroom and shuts the door with a baby in diapers walking around?
She is not the support I need right now.
She should be.
But anyways, I just wanted to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all of the support that you guys give me. This is an amazing opportunity that you guys have also helped me reach. And that
Now she's mad. She's mad.
You do not scream like that. You go out right now. No, ma'am.
I swear to God, I have I have goosebumps from head to toe. That's Amy's life journey. Who literally Chantal is a mirror image of when it comes to pretending like she's somebody she's not. She forgot to edit out this part of her video, or she purposely left it in.
It looks to be nighttime, if I had to have a guess, so her kids are probably ready for bed or at least ready for dinner. You can start to hear the noises and shuffling of the kids since it must be nighttime, and since it must be nighttime, I assume her husband should have been home, which makes me wonder why he doesn't just help the kids himself. Instead,
Because he don't give a fuck either.
it's to the point that the child is crying and knocking on the door, no doubt seeking some sort of affection and comfort from the parent whose job it is to provide that.
See, I don't think the child was knocking on the door because, A, it's a baby. I think it fell and got hurt. I think it fell and got hurt.
He ignores it and goes into detail about
She
singing
didn't even check on her. She literally got mad, opened that door, and whooped that baby's ass. Unbelievable.
a song because of how happy she is about her following. Everything from this language to the bow on her head that looks out of place on the hijab underlining, tone of her voice, everything comes across as this sort of exaggerated sweetness or innocence, that aesthetic that
Yeah, the lies. Who they are, pretend to be on camera, comes out eventually, does it not?
the wholesome vloggers on the site use that she's emulating. It's her trying to invite you to have the assumption that when you meet her that she has a certain sweet and somewhat innocent disposition.
She did start out acting like just the sweet soul, just the sweet Muslim woman. Now, mind you, she married a man from the Middle East. That was it. She is not Muslim. I don't know if she lost her kids, but I know she took her channel down because CPS was called to that house and people knew she had an undocumented child. You'll hear about it.
Everything that we've seen in the vlogs at this point, the crafts, the colors, the tone of voice, all of this screams royalty-free ukulele, sparkle iMovie effects, fairy lights, and wholesomeness. Trust me, it says. I emphasize this because when the scream
Yes, her husband Mohammed was Egyptian.
child annoys Amy too much, we get
And she even went to Egypt and left the oldest child, left him. Yeah, it's crazy. All of it just, all I could think was if Chantal had a child and that child took her attention away from YouTube. Like, I don't even know. It's just too weird how we see Chantal now in a hijab with a man from Syria, and she was with a man from Egypt. She was with a man from Africa. She was with another man from Turkey. Like, as we're seeing, even when she was younger, she picked Middle Eastern men and that needed citizenship and stuff, like even Bibi, if you didn't know that. So honestly, you're going to see a lot of similarities, and I'm wondering if she used to watch Amy's life journey and started changing her look and her ideas based on her channel being gone now. You know what I'm saying?
The switch. This is something that everyone who has talked about her before has mentioned, but it bears mentioning again because of the sheer mechanical nature of it. It pretty much proves that everything about the aesthetic we saw before was a lie. And the real Amy comes out in a second. She's aware enough about how the real her looks to hide that, but seemingly not aware enough to see how it makes her look when it comes out, because she leaves it in and doesn't edit it out. We hear the door opening, and then the child softens her cries for a minute. In a normal instance, we could say this is because she knows her mom is there, but in this instance, we could say it's because she's trying to figure out which mother she's getting.
Yes, Troll Detective, definitely. Personality leech. I've seen her repeat some of the content of Trisha Paytas. And now, this is just obvious to me. Yes. Oh, my God.
The normal one, or
I think she did watch Amy.
then there's a distinct smack. I can't tell if it's her hand or something else because she does have wooden spoons.
She kept wooden spoons in the car. She kept wooden spoons in the car. Holy shit. I have never in my life hit my children, and nor would I have used an object. But no, that means you are lacking control. When you have to control a child that you're meant to raise with patience and love and trust and respect, you do not hit your children, right? You are supposed to be a role model, a leader, someone they can look up to, not someone they fear. That's what insecure shitheads do. Control and dominate. Oh my God, you make me sick.
So I'm kind of worried about that, but I'm not that good at identifying that sound. And it's clearly followed by a moment of shock and the child crying even more. And
Her and her press-on nails and trying to act like, let's sing a song. I swear, this woman must have went through absolute hell after that spanking video on a baby in diapers that can't even talk. Are you kidding me?
And then the door is harshly slammed closed behind her. Now this is the ridiculous part, if you can believe it. She edits here. She actually edits this out. She does have weird fade edits that look really unsettling, but the point is there's signs of her editing. There's signs of her editing in vlogs before and in this vlog beforehand. You could have made the case that she was just too lazy to watch the end of the video and left in the part about her smacking her kid by accident because she forgot, but she does.
Yeah, she forgot to edit it out. So when she went and sat back down, she pretended like none of that stuff had just happened. Like she had just, edited out some of her words and then started over again. And she forgot to edit out the spanking because she was lazy. She just wanted to get the video up and get the views.
Edit here.
Who does that sound like?
So she chose to leave this in. She was aware of it. And she starts her entire speech again, out of breath because of her parenting. She then promises sweet dreams to everyone but her kids, and decides that this is a good place to end the vlog. Some people have said that perhaps she left this clip in on purpose, because in all of her other videos you can hear kids screaming and crying, so she decides to show evidence that she disciplines them. And for some reason she does not realize how bad this would look. I guess if she realized how bad it would look...
I tell you, man, that is the one way for me to lose my ever-loving shit. Yanking a kid up, a baby, anything by their arms, hitting them, I will lose my shit.
Might have second thoughts about actually...
Right in front of you. I will lose it right in front of you. I will. I'm terrible.
Whatever. Even if you think this is fine because this is the treatment you got and you turned out alright because you were hit with a wooden spoon, this goes further than that. This family lives in filth.
Yeah, they live in filth. If you didn't know, there's a toilet back here for the children to go to the bathroom in the back of the van. That is a toilet. behind that car seat.
Junk food, and she closes the food away so her kids can only eat some of it.
Yes, she hides food from the children, right?
One of her
You know how some people keep food in their bedroom in drawers? Yeah, that's so other people won't eat their food.
kids, who isn't even legally adopted, can't eat at the table with the family and has to eat afterwards when they're done.
Yes, the one child, the older one, she doesn't allow him to eat at the table with the family. He has to wait and eat when they are done.
She says it's because he's fussy, but you can easily just make something for him while you're making dinner for all of the other members of your family, and he can still have it at the same time as you. This, with everything else, looks bad. She also says that Christmas and Thanksgiving are bad times for her because of childhood trauma, but she mentions getting gifts for Christmas anyway, which is totally fine with her. And we haven't even talked about the skunk yet.
My kids still see the Christmas lights hanging on houses, and we even go to the Christmas lighting and watch the lights
But in other words, you don't give them presents
at the houses. My children,
because it's a bad time for her.
they've watched Christmas movies. It's just that I don't object, or I don't subject, or I don't put and promote Santa Claus, stockings, and those
So in other words, you don't buy your children's gifts at Christmas. Okay.
things.
Some people don't.
Just don't do it in my home. It doesn't mean my children don't see it and get to still experience it.
They get to drive around and see the Christmas lights. So basically you're taunting them with pretty lights, but they don't get the Santa experience. Got it?
don't bring it into the house.
There's another clip, however, from before, of her in her car, which is just as messy as the house, complete with toilet for her kids to use, and she discusses the content of some of her health vlogs.
I don't know if she'd made any Amazon wish list. She might have after her subscribers got bigger and they started saying, send us a Amazon wish list and we'll get the kids stuff for Christmas. That could have been, but in the beginning when she had no subscribers, obviously she had no supporters, putting that in their chat, right?
About some failed diets or something, I'm presuming.
But maybe later on, she got to enjoy the Amazon wish list, right? As all kids should.
It's kind of easy to tune her out. She talks about caffeine. She's pretty concerned about how she looks in the camera while she talks about the caffeine, while her kid cries in the back specifically about her stomach. So
this child in the back is sick and is crying about their stomach. Their stomach hurts. Their stomach's upset. But she goes on and on talking about caffeine.
Crying in the back. Amy starts off a little composed and brushes the kid off. If she was a normal person, she could have easily turned the camera off and ask what's wrong with the kid and then talk to the kid to see what she can do to help, and then turn the camera back on much later when she has time to. But instead, she decides to keep filming until she snaps, and we have the switch again. She takes out the wooden spoon and says that she keeps it in her car for times like this. She insists that she never uses it, but
Yeah, she insists she never uses it. She just has it for effect. But if you've never been hit by one, you wouldn't fear it, right? You just think mom's taking a wooden spoon down. We're going to stir up some soup or something. What's that for? But those children shut up immediately when that wooden spoon came down.
by now she has some issues with the truth. Besides that, the kid falls silent immediately as well. Kids aren't that dumb. They catch on once someone is making a threat, and if the threat doesn't go anywhere, they know.
Yeah.
This kid would know if Amy never used the spoon. She wouldn't react this way. There's a story here because of how the kid reacted. Amy even made a tweet once where she said that
she got rid of her YouTube account, all for her new keychain cup. Oh, she created a business.
Keeps it in the car to break open the windows because she's paranoid. And she only said this once people talked about it, and that's so fucking dumb. Let me break a car window with a wooden spoon coming from someone who gets out of breath.
Yeah, Captain Knapton, said, why is the wooden spoon in the car? Right? I mean, come on.
On a shirt. This woman is 38. This all comes with a post on Facebook where she says been through some terrible things in the past, and she thinks that people who talk about...
And that's what I'm talking about. And there's a reason for this. Most child abuse is hidden, right? Like I said, when I was a hairdresser, I had a 7-year-old little girl in my chair, right? And I told the mom she had to wait in the lobby. right? And I took her back till I got her hair shampooed, and then she could come back. But I'm not going to have her mom standing back in the shampoo area where it's very small and we have no space. So I said, just wait right here. I'm just going to shampoo her hair. I'll bring her back. So anyway, while I had the little girl in the shampoo bowl, I'm over top of the little girl, right? The little girl's telling me she said, that's not my name. That's not my name. She said, because she flinched when I went to shampoo her hair and her scalp was bruised from abuse. I'm sorry, but I have to put this out here, right? And because there's so many people in the world that turn a blind eye, and I'm not one. I don't care if I get killed trying to survive, trying to help a child. I don't care. I am so led to intervene. I can't help it. So anyway, I was shampooing her hair, and she flinched, and I said, is your head okay? And she said she had bruises, it was sore, and I said, well, did you fall down? And she said no, and she told me she was abused. That wasn't her real name. Her mom always uses fake names, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, well, we're not going to say another word, but I promise you, I'm going to send you help. She told me what school she went to, what grade she was in, and what her teacher's name was, and what her name was. This little girl, 7 years old, was looking for someone to save her. And I was not going to let her down, right? So I did her hair and blah, blah, blah. And she left. She left because let me tell you one thing. Don't call the police to your salon. Because if they pretend like they don't see any issue, that little girl's going home to that mom, okay? So please, don't try to be a hero and call the cops. They're not qualified. So when she left, the mom was pleased. So I knew the little girl was going to have a better day, right? So I told my manager what was going on at the time, and he said, don't get involved. And I said, get the fuck out of my space. I said, don't even. So I called CPS and I told them exactly what had happened in my salon with this little girl. They took down all the information of where she went to school, what her teacher's name was, what her name is, and what grade she was in. And I, to this day, hope that little girl was saved from the situation she was in. So there's that. So when somebody who's been abused as a child repeats the behavior, that is disgusting to me because you already know what you went through as a child. Why would you ruin the spirit of a child that you have the opportunity to stop the chain of abuse? Or don't have children, period. If you know you cannot handle children's demands, needs, and constant needing of attention. If you need constant attention, don't have a child. Because I'm going to tell you, you lose all that attention. It all goes to your child. End of. And if you can't handle that, don't have a child. Because you will get very frustrated and angry at your child, just like you do your trolls, your haters, your reaction channels, anyone that doesn't give you attention. Don't do it. A child does not deserve that.
Child abuse, but don't do anything about it are just as bad. She also implies her entire family had abused her in the past with someone.
Well, the internet did do something about it, Amy, because Amy put this up. People ask, how can a person abuse a child? I ask, how can so many good people not do anything about it? That's why I do things about it. I don't care. I have squared off with people in the grocery store, at the beach, at a flea market, you name it. I have squared off with them, and I have let that child know what's happening to them is not acceptable in society. I did not turn a blind eye and pretend like, oh my God, I'm going to pray for that child. No, I raised my hands, I raised my voices, and I am a bitch. I am a bitch. I will fight that parent. I will beat that parent's ass and let that kid cheer me on. I just don't. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It is instinct to me, and I can't stop the instinct. My instinct is make this okay. You know what I'm saying?
Lifelong memories discuss certain days of the year, if you recall. But apparently, those only rear up when it's convenient. She's no stranger to handpicking comments either. She has made posts in the past about how her comments are a place for positivity and no one should have hurt feelings in the comments.
Yeah, see, she does the same thing. She puts up her videos and everything's just positivity and light. And then in the background, she's abusing children and animals. And that's why her channel's gone. Just like the one woman that was on here, what was it called? Something with the 8 children. The something bus. I don't even remember. I don't actually remember the name of the channel. But that woman was a foster parent and she made the kids perform on the YouTube channel and they made a lot of money. Passenger of 8 or some shit. Anyway, she was found out to have been abusing the children. 8 passengers, was that what it was? Yeah, it even made the news. She was abusing these children for YouTube paychecks. That's why I don't like family channels. Sorry, I hate family channels.
This includes her. She makes a big statement about how YouTube blocked all of her comments and the only way to keep her comment section open, according to them, is to handpick all of them. This is something she still does. She is Chanteling it, if you will.
That's exactly what Chantal does. Right? She doesn't allow comments when she knows there's something out there people have to say because she don't want to hear it. Didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing.
But the big one is on February 12th, 2020, a while after the original Portland video was discovered. This video is now called Weigh In, but it was originally called Abuse and Weigh In. Abuse just nonchalantly thrown in the title. She feels like she shouldn't have to speak about this, and my kids, my way to raise them, is a huge argument here.
Now, what does this remind you of when you're all about love and light and positivity, and then you go and you open a door, whoop a less than 2-year-old baby in a diaper's ass, slam the door shut, forget to edit it out, and now the next video, you got to deal with the backlash. Let's see how she spins it.
Yeah, you'll hear this a bunch of times. As if it should be no one else's problem that someone is abusing their kids. If someone sees a YouTuber or anyone abusing an animal, they want to find them. When someone or something vulnerable is abused, people want to find the abuser. That's just the way it is. Especially if it's a mother abusing her child, what do you think is going to happen? She claims there is no video evidence showing the child being physically abused. Showing a key word here because we heard it, but we didn't see it. And she knows this. She says the allegations are so ridiculous that they're funny. She again says, I don't hit them, but if I want to, that's my problem. It's my kids. Despite how fucking stupid that argument is. And she keeps using the phrase, I'm not walking in fear.
It's kind of like Chantal with BBJ. She would not listen, her hatred for concerned people, her hatred trumped her love for BBJ and BBJ's well-being, right? So when people came forward and said, we're willing to pay, get the mobile vet there, here's my credit card number, I'll give it to the mobile vet, blah, 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 or to the veterinarian, I will pay for it. She's gonna let that cat not be checked out or diagnosed because it's her cat and none of your business, right? Do we see a similarity here? But this is a child we're talking about. I mean, they're all a life. You know, let's be honest. They're all a life. But who says that's your child and nobody has a right to how you parent? That's why we have laws in place, sweetheart.
I don't know where that's from. I'm assuming it's a religious thing.
I have been in a headspace where I feel like I have to continuously justify myself and to prove myself.
Sounds like Chantal.
That I'm not this person that people are putting me out to be.
Sounds like Chantal.
Because you guys, as my true subs, you guys understand that you know who I am. And yesterday I found myself binging.
Oh, we're going to blame it on binge eating and mental health? Is that what we're going to do? Or are we going to ignore the fact that you hit your kid who can't even talk on camera?
And I haven't binged in months. And I think that it's because of stress. And it's all around things that I am allowing to get to me, and that's not okay.
Yeah, saying true subs is a manipulation. You guys come in here, you watch, we all peace out, right? But some of these people, people have to surround them, hug them, and be loyal to them. People that have addiction issues are always looking for their allies, always. People that do not suffer from any addictions are never looking for allies. They're very comfortable in their own skin and the choices they are making in life. And they are going forward, not going to go backward and blame it on everybody else. Amen.
So as I do see negative comments come.
Oh no, did that trigger your binge eating? Just because you're like Chantal, you absorb it, you internalize it, and it's an excuse to binge eat. Excuse.
Through, you're going to start getting blocked because you know what? It's not okay. You know,
listen, you put the shit out there, anybody can say what they want. It's called free speech, and it is okay. Like it or don't.
To me, numbers don't mean anything.
Really? Because if I remember correctly, when you got 600 subscribers, you sang a song, and then you got mad at your kid for interrupting your happy moment. See, the baby interrupted. Why didn't you do it when the baby was in bed? Why'd you have to run into the room and shut the door while your children were still awake? You know, you could have done this at bedtime. Had your little moment.
If you're abusing people, let the whole thing go out the door. No, I binged. I did what I did. Self-esteem, and they need something to pick them up. That's all right. They want to be in the cloud with everybody else.
See how Chantal hides her chins too? I mean, this is really sad that you think you're skinnier because you put a spandex on your face. And then you wear really loose clothing, and that makes you binge eat even more. If you have to look at your actual face for real, because I've seen some beautiful women in hijabs, and they don't have to cover their neck. Their necks or neck. Their neck is beautiful, and they don't do this kind of shit.
Circle or whatever, go for it. But I'm not going to address it.
She's not walking in fear of CPS being called. She has some bullshit story of them being aware of her and her case file and knowing that she's a good mother. You can go ahead and report her, but they'll be...
Okay, so when they make up a story, like she's about to make up, about you don't have to call CPS, I've already called the police, I filed the report. You don't do that. That's stupid. Who's uploading these archives? Procrastitera and the same one that did Canadian Horror Story. Toad McKinley also did one on her. He did a couple on her. But remember, a lot of her videos are gone, so they really had to search for them because nobody was uploading them because she only had 600 subs. By the time she got to 6,000 subs after the spanking of the kid is when people started uploading. That's when they started saving her videos.
On her side, that totally happened. It reminds me of that story that Amber Lynn told of the RSPCA coming over and checking up on her dog and realizing that she's such a good pet owner or something, I don't know. I guess she's not walking in fear, but her kids sure are. She talks about all the support she gets and says that the true gimps, the true subscribers, will understand her and not the haters. Numbers don't mean anything when you're abusing people. My channel is growing. I don't really...
I told you people always ruin their own channels. The ones that are up to no good eventually will ruin their own channels.
The dumbest thing is when she says that this is all a conspiracy to make her lose her weight loss journey. This entire thing isn't about her kids being abused or concern that people might have about the stuff she does. It's a giant conspiracy to take her off her weight loss.
Yeah, and she also had a pet skunk, right? Because we already know, like hamsters, and you bring a new pet onto the content, then maybe you'll get new subscribers that come from a different area, right? They're always looking for the subscribers to come in, and they'll think of anything to do it. So she went and got a pet skunk. Now, wait till you see that shit.
Journey and gain weight. That's what it's really about, because people want her to go off track and not lose weight. Right. She has binged a few times since, and this is everyone else's fault.
Yeah.
There are also various times she said the phrase "let's go kiwi farms" and stuff like that, and ranted about them in her cast, very, very similar to Chantal. But she doesn't really do anything worth talking about in this video, besides the one time that she said that the entire site was the dark web and shouldn't exist.
Nobody gives a shit.
So when she's not making MS Paint augmentations of pictures of herself to add hijabs, what's she up to? Well, she's making amazing must-watch content like How to Fall in Love at KF.
There's Muhammad. That's her mail-order husband, whatever you want to call him. His citizenship husband, nobody knows, right? I don't know the backstory on Muhammad. I know he's Egyptian.
C. Stuck in an MRI machine, and how a morbidly obese takes a shower. Morbidly obese, what, you might ask? Well, fill in the blanks yourself. The MRI one is bullshit too. It's clickbait shit where she doesn't get to the story like until later in the video and it doesn't even fucking matter. Also, as far as I've heard, people...
Yes, Oceana. And my aunt, they had a skunk when we were kids. My cousins wanted a skunk. They can't completely de-skunk the smell. For real. They can't. It always has that hint of that smell, even though it's been de-skunked. You know what I mean? Whatever, that membrane or that sac or whatever. They still always have the smell. Because I was like, I know it can't spray, but it still smells.
People in Egypt wear normal clothing with the hijab on top. This bitch is a fundy. Amy's husband is named Mohammed, and when she had her first child, who isn't documented, and we'll get to that, she had him 3 years prior to meeting Mohammed. She was with her previous husband.
So she had the first child, the undocumented. She was only 25 years old when she wanted a baby. And then you'll find out how she got herself a baby. But it was 3 years before Mohammed.
Husband too, doesn't matter. She met Mohammed on Yahoo Chat, which
She met him on Yahoo Chat. Is that kind of like WhatsApp? Just wondering. Or Tinder-ish.
didn't even know was a thing. But I guess she was looking at her Weggy board and how baggy is formed when she met this guy. She went to Egypt, leaving this adopted child.
So she left that adopted child that was 3 years old at the time and went to Egypt, just like Chantal did. So, okay.
To just hang out. And goes to marry this dude 3 days later. This was around Christmas too, so her kid is just at home without their mom for Christmas because she wants to get some dick under the Sphinx.
Who does that sound like? Oh my gosh. Who does that sound like?
This time of the year is really hard for me anyways.
Well, she don't even let that kid at 12 years old, when this stuff was done, she wouldn't even let him eat at the table with them for dinner. He had to wait until they were done because he didn't eat the same foods they do. So make him something separate or whatever and let him eat at the table.
I know that I struggle a lot during this time.
She's talking about Christmas time, like when she left the 3-year-old to go to Egypt and marry Mohammed in 3 days and then stayed over there for a bit.
For multiple reasons. I remember I was at my cousin's house because I was staying with her at the time, and this is right after I got home from Egypt within like 2 weeks because I got home, I think it was like the 10th.
No, this is back when she was 25 years old. And then she went to Egypt when she was 28 and married Mohammed.
Or something, yeah, I think the 10th of December. And I remember the 24th because it was Christmas Eve. And again, you know, Christmas, holidays.
Not home alone. She just left him to go to Egypt. So I don't know. Her mother won't even speak to her. Her and her mother they're dead to each other. Let's just put it that way.
They suck. You know?
I don't know who watched the 3-year-old while she was in Egypt.
Came home from Egypt and I had no money because I had spent all my money on my trip.
Yeah, to marry a guy from Egypt. How does that sound like? Who's gonna come home broke and grift on the internet and cry? I can't even imagine.
That I didn't get to really buy my son any gifts, and I felt so guilty. I felt so bad because I was such a bad mom.
The Mohammed
Ha!
works as a furniture salesman and does interpreting for law enforcement as a side hustle, as Amy said, but he used to have a used car sales business, which he says doesn't work anymore because people just don't buy cars. I had a look at them and just... Remember that scene from the beginning of Matilda where Danny DeVito was in the shop selling his really bad cars and like teaching Matilda how to scam people? There's also this incredibly awkward moment where she says that he spends a lot of money because he doesn't really look at the amounts and just gets carried away, and then she makes fun of him for it, but it's also a really tense part of the video because it's like she's hiding how much she spends and he just doesn't want to talk back to her. She does hold...
Wow, he's afraid to talk back to her? I wonder why. I wonder why he's afraid to talk back to her. Wow. Pete, Salah. Wow. Nader was the only one that talked back to Chantal, wasn't he? Yeah, Bibi didn't talk back to her. This is a controlling personality, is it not?
And doesn't wear the shit that she buys, so I mean... She also...
And she overspends on bullshit.
To some beautician school for nails, and she says it's more of a hobby, so despite the fact that she should be qualified, she doesn't open a business or get a job in the business. But she does have a business herself, selling mugs that cost
She sells coffee mugs.
way too much. Oh, but don't add an S to the name when you look for her store because she accidentally made another store and forgot the password, so that one has the S. She won't be able to do the orders on that one. Just, they did have money trouble because we can see a Facebook post here about her.
There you go. Here's a Facebook post, right? There's her PayPal.
That she's going to be moving to South Dakota if they can get their money together because it's too expensive where they are right now and their landlord is going to evict them. So
that means they weren't paying rent if they were being evicted.
This is her PayPal link for donations. This was on July 11th of 2019, and there was a video uploaded apparently on the dead of night in July as well, but this was deleted quickly. I can only find evidence of it listed in the forum. On July 13th, there is another Facebook update where she says that she talked to the landlord and everything is fine. And it was as if they could just talk to the landlord the entire time. People got mad because of this, and it did look like
So basically, she had a fake moving arc. People PayPal'd her, and they weren't even moving. Okay.
scam. Whatever the ending amount of money was, it was still a lot for her to pay her rent and do extra things. This is where a person named Pam Talks comes in.
Does this seem like a Muslim woman's behavior? God, I see when people make a mockery.
Reaction content on Amber and Chantal in the past, and she used to be friends with Amy. She donated $10 to Amy, and when Amy pulled that shit with the landlord, Pam wanted a refund. This ended up having a lot of drama behind it, and it culminates in Pam being swatted. Now, people can't prove that it was Amy or a fan of Amy necessarily, so I can't say this myself, and let's be real, Amy looks a little too lazy to do something like that. So I just stated that like this. It's up to you. But apparently Amy wanted to sue Pam. I don't know how that's gonna go.
I have not spoke about you. You know, I could have so easily continued on the road that I was taking legal action on because I had sought legal.
You think you could have sued that woman who found out that she gave you money in your PayPal for you to move, to help you out, and then to find out you never moved, right? And then you say you could sue her for asking for your money back? I'm going to guess it was more than one person that asked for a refund, and that will get your PayPal taken away. Ha! But you picked one woman to blast on the internet. Good, 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 good.
Counsel.
You sound so familiar. Is your kid in the car again?
And I was told that I do have a case and I could pursue pressing charges against you. And
No, you wouldn't have a case. You were the scammer, dummy. She wanted her money back.
a few others that I have information on.
Oh, yeah, exactly, troll detective. People don't even have to stand out on the corner anymore with a sign, right? Just make a YouTube channel. It's free. How many have you seen? living in a car, living in a van. Oh my God, I'm homeless. It's all over TikTok. It's all over freaking Facebook. It's all like they go into the marketplace where people are selling things and grift. My kids need food. Oh my, I don't have this, I don't have that. Because evidently, the internet is now the new street corner.
For multiple
But
charges.
that's all right. Eventually, the reaction channels are able to pull out what's wrong with this picture. And then eventually, they prove us right. And that's what they hate about reaction channels and the Kiwi Farms and the dark web, they call it, the Reddits. Yeah, these are people that are doing, obviously, the Lord's work. Unlike you, pretending that you live for Allah. That's got to be some bad karma, right?
But I chose not to. Because why? I don't
Because you didn't have a case.
feel that going that far and going that direction.
So this is random before we move on, but one of the things that people posted about that
I don't know how Rosie gets away with this. I don't.
had to bring up because it's just the random thing that people found of a trans woman live streaming. Amy seems very fond of, and I don't know what's going on here.
Same with Chantal. Even though it's haram.
This is just the point where I went to the threads too, like after I watched all the videos, and just I figured this would be funny if I mentioned it before we go back to like her meth addict tier life. But wow, Amy, what is wrong with you? Is this haram?
That she used to be a meth addict? That's interesting.
So Amy and her mom don't get up.
In their teen life. And promiscuous. Go figure. What is with these people? They learn with their addictive personality how to manipulate people. Well, they can only manipulate those that can be manipulated. Isn't that the truth? So we try to help people out there that have been manipulated. They believe that phone call, right? That you're behind $3,000 in taxes, and if you don't pay right now, we're going to call the police to arrest you. You know, those people. Because the scammers are making millions of dollars. And we actually have people out there that can hack into the scammers, and they can stop them. So this is what I call the reaction channels. We're hacking in and stopping you people.
Along, and she details this in multiple videos. Basically, on a live stream, she starts saying that her mom is dead. Now, many people took this.
Yes, she used to say her mom's dead, but her mom's not dead. And then she said, well, I don't mean she's dead physically. I mean, she's dead to me. And her mom's like, no, you're dead to me. That kind of stuff. Well, in her teens, I guess she had a little, trouble with drugs.
This as her saying that her mom is actually dead in a literal sense, but she was actually saying that her mom was dead to her. This live stream itself was also a disaster because a lot of the Amber Lynn reactors and people like that decided to watch her to see if there were any things.
Oh, you're friends with Pam Talks, huh, Tizzy Dawn? She was traumatized by the swatting, and there definitely were others that wanted their money back. It was horrible. See, that's something else. It's an absolute truth that these YouTubers are addicted to the attention. Yeah, they're addicts and manipulators and gaslighters, and they will make you feel like they will threaten you in some sort of way if you don't stick by their side and all this bullshit. When the truth is, they're taking advantage of people that are very nurturing, and we can call them enablers if we want. But the truth is, they're people pleasers. They want to be a part of something, and these people can smell them out and take full advantage of them. And they're only looking for, let's say they have 20,000 subscribers. They're only looking for 100 of you. Only 100 of you that'll buy their sob stories and their trauma dumping. They trauma dump as soon as they can. If they get enough subscribers, the trauma dumping starts. When they first start their channels, they are entertaining, they're love bombing you, they're making you fall in love with their personality and everything they do, and then eventually the tragedies start. End of. They follow a pattern, absolutely.
Talk about, and it clearly bothered her. So she says that her mom is dead at some point because her mom's in the chat. So she explains that her mother is dead to her because she and her mother said this to each other. They have a very bad relationship, and this does go further, as Amy describes herself. She and her mom always argue about who said who was dead first. So Amy makes a video reading her mom's private DMs to everyone on the internet.
She did. She put out her private DMs with her mom on the internet. So she's one of those ones that I will shut you up if I have to, even if I have to expose you, right? If I have to put all your information out there so my supporters will come after you on Facebook. Do you see how that works? These people are notorious for that behavior. They just want you to shut up so they can continue on with their bullshit. And they will do anything to shut you up. But people with money, yeah, they're here for the fight, right? Or why start a channel? I mean, if you got nothing, I wouldn't start a channel, especially if you're going to be a reaction channel. I mean, we just seen Yaba and Sam shut 2 people up. Like, shut them up. Because they have the money, the support, and the means, and the way. You know what I'm saying? So generally, don't mess with people that have the support, the money, the means, and the way. They go after the ones, you know, that they feel like they can overpower, let's just say. This is all nuts, but it's a pattern. And once you see the pattern, you won't unsee it. Like, let's look at the person living in a car. All right? I've seen this. It's unbelievable. So they start out, they're living in a car. All of a sudden, they start growing all these subscribers. Next thing you know, they got 200,000 subscribers, and they're getting 30 to 75,000 views a video, and they're monetized. And you're like, all right, the public did you a favor, and they made it so you get the views. So goodness, girl, why are you still living in that car? Or is that car parked behind a nice house now? And you just go out there and film, because now it don't make sense. Right? It don't make sense. How are you not making enough money to move out of that car? I'm guessing the car is parked behind a nice house because they want to keep you. It's a reality show in a car. Yeah, and there's fake nomads. We've called out fake nomads, right? That have been they're being sponsored. Maybe by Sprinter, maybe by Transit, Ford Transit. They got the van. Now, somebody else, trust me, because it's high-end finishes. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else did the finishes on it. They're being sponsored to go out there and basically sell that Transit or that Sprinter van. So the millennials will be watching it going, whoa, now that looks like a life I can wrap myself around, right? So, right? Yeah, we've seen it. And you're like, nobody lives in that. Because I know what a lived-in RV looks like, and you ain't living in that. And then they do these little travel adventures, and you got to pull out the bullshit, right? You just got to pull out the bullshit.
Is called feeling some kind of way. ...
Yeah, remember when the one broke down and they were trying to raise $30,000 to get a new engine in that freaking Mercedes? I said, oh my God.
Follow up is hurt much ... And their mom.
They were like, just buy our t-shirts. Just buy our t-shirts so we can fix the van. $30,000 engine it needs. And I'm thinking, well, whoever's sponsoring that Mercedes probably is going to put the engine in there, and you two are just going to make a salary. It makes no sense. Yeah, nice fifth wheel, but it got too small, right? It always gets too small. We were in a Class A with no slide outs. That was a good time.
Masterpieces.
Couldn't even change my mind in there.
There's also a video of her claiming that she was scammed by the vet because of the $30 bill for clipping her skunk's nail. And she wants to find a cheaper vet because skunk food is too expensive. She also got scammed by this MLM for like a...
Yes, and this is common, like Mary. Mary from, what's the name of that damn show? Sister Wives. They always get conned into the MLMs, you know what I mean? They always get conned into those, like LuLaRoe and whatever those are, where, you know, it's just a multi-level marketing company because they can work from home and make this or get a pink Cadillac, all that horse shit. So they always, try to push it off, but LuLaRoe is over expensive, stupid shit. And even Mary from Sister Wives was pushing that on the Sister Wives channel, right? So you got to watch out for that too. Oh my God, that multi-level marketing. And thank God, Kiki Chanel, I love her. Kiki Chanel's been exposing all of them on her channel. And Kiki's got a big channel and she's adorable.
Like 100 something. The MLM thing isn't important either, but I needed to mention it because it just kind of struck me. Why do these people always fall for MLMs?
I'm going to guess she went with LuLaRoe. This looks like a LuLaRoe shirt, right? They don't really make them for her size, but I guess, ta-da! Mary is still pushing LuLaRoe, right? Ridiculous.
All of them do. Why? In terms of her content, she has dumb challenges, whole videos, 77.
Oh my God. And then you had North and South, right? They're living in an RV with their kids, right? Until they got enough subscribers and money. I mean, they have like 11 kids. I don't even know. Anyway, she was pushing the oils. She was putting drops of like orange oil and stuff under their kids' tongues and stuff. I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that on your channel. That is a big no-no on YouTube. But anyway, then they finally got into this huge house, blah, blah, blah. And I don't remember what they did, but they kind of screwed their channel up by their true colors coming out or some shit eventually. But it was weird. It was weird. I quit watching them and decided I hate family channels. I'm over it.
7 consecutive uploads of nothing, craft videos, diets that don't work, workout videos where she sits down and waves her arms, and videos of what she ate today that have miscounted calories. So
yeah, doTERRA, that's what she was selling on her channel.
Pure hell for me, but I guess that's what I talk about now. And there are some masterpieces that I have saved for now, but I figured we'd get into some of the more serious ones.
Girl, you would get more exercise cleaning that house. Just clean the house.
Let's go. So I mentioned the childhood trauma stuff, and there's another one called Pregnancy, What It Takes, from the 21st of April 2019, of her talking about some interesting experiences she had getting Mexican fertility drugs OD.
Yeah, she went to Mexico to get fertility drugs. Hello? Oh my God. Okay, Troll Detective, have a great day.
Legality. And the reason she got these is because she had been having issues with having a baby, and even
I would assume morbid obesity would have something to do with that. But God forbid you lose the weight. Nope, let's go to Mexico and get some, I don't know, back alley fertility drugs. It was probably vitamins you were sold.
even though she had wanted to be a foster mom.
I hate selling too, Necesita. Necesita said, I bought into the Young Living for a few years. I hate selling. I hate selling too. And that's why I open my store and then I get sick of it because I hate that feeling of, hey, go check out my store. Here's my link. Blah, 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 blah. And I feel like a peddler. And I just don't want to feel like that. So I'd rather just have grand openings, sell out of my inventory, and then shut it down. I just don't want to do a continuous of it. I hate that feeling. It's disgusting.
She always did want to have a child of her own. So she tries this, and lo and behold, she is pregnant, and she believes that this is a miracle that she was finally given from God. However, in a very emotional December vlog, she details that unfortunately she lost it prematurely, and this means just before Christmas is a terrible time for her that is still incredibly raw, and she cries about this in the video while she recounts it for us. Now, I'm not about to mock someone or make light of comments or make light of the hardship of miscarriage or birth complications, but I do want to point out that this is video, despite the seriousness of the title, that is arguably clickbait. She talks about this isn't how the video...
Yeah, so supposedly she lost a baby prematurely, right? Must have got pregnant from the Mexico drugs, but nobody ever had any proof. Like there wasn't any proof that she was pregnant. But anyway, she started out the video talking about her crafts, her mugs, right? And then waited. You know what I mean? To talk, it's weird.
Opens. She first talks about Etsy and arts and crafts for like 10 minutes, completely
I am the same way. That is my problem, Jarella. Exactly. Way too open, way too pragmatic, and straightforward to be a salesperson, right? It's just, I'll tell you the truth. Like, and not only that, if I don't like something, there's no way I'm going to pretend I can sell it. Because if it's crap, it's crap. And I'll tell you it's crap. Seriously. Like, this is stupid. I hate it. No way. Like, there's no way. I can't do it. I'm too honest. Listen, I wouldn't be able to sell a car like some of these car salesmen. And I love when I challenge them out out there in the yard. I'm not one to go, okay, never mind. Yeah, fine. No, I'm like, really? So does it do this? Then show me. Prove it. That's me. It's terrible. Never take me to buy anything.
Bothered. And just rambles on, like not even acknowledging the title before she talks about the baby and all of her issues. So it's just sketchy. Because as much as I want to take it seriously, she doesn't seem to want to take it seriously. I understand that when you're talking about stuff, thoughts can just lead you anywhere, so random things can just happen in conversations. But she could have perhaps acknowledged this and uploaded it as a separate vlog from the Etsy one and just explained what happened and why she had to split them up. Because you could at least respect what she's trying to do there. But she just does this. But also in this video, she talks about how she feels bad after she left her adopted kid on Christmas so she could go gallivanting with her Egyptian husband. But I guess that's not that important to her because she moves on pretty quickly. But what's odd is after these sympathy videos, she also has a video called Is My Therapy Working? Where she says that everything is fine. These days aren't traumatic for her anymore all of a sudden because her therapy just randomly started working one day.
Didn't Chantal do that? She started going to therapy, and then she was feeling better, just like when she goes on her medication. Oh, I'm feeling so much better. I don't even want to rage. I don't feel angry. She said that when she went to Kuwait. And she ain't stopped raging since New Year's Eve, right? And you're like, are you taking your medicine? What's going on? And even Nods had said, take your medicine. And then she went to therapy once, and then she said her and the therapist just don't agree on the treatment. So he probably wanted her to do some cognitive, right? Or, some other kind of therapies. And she didn't agree with it because it was too much work. Doesn't that sound familiar? Yeah, she found God in Cuba, remember? But she was drunk as a skunk, cussing everybody out the night before she left. I think she found the devil in the Ouija board.
Well, so much for that arc of the anime. Now, depending on the video, she either has very popular royalty-free shitty trap music, not royalty-free shitty trap music that I had to replace with something else, or she has sad music, very manipulative music either way. Just, her adoption story has sad music as well. It's very sentimental shit.
Right here, she looks like Foodie. Take the glasses off, and you'll all be like, is that Foodie? Right?
And I just wanted to warn you, you might want to put some Minecraft music in the background or something because your ears might hate you after this. At the time of this video, her child is 10 and turning 11 in April, with a comment about how he is getting too old for mama.
Well, she only likes babies, so I'm going to go past the copyrighted music. She only likes babies. When they get older, they're just not cute and lovable anymore. They're work, you know that. So there's that. I'm talking about the 10-year-old that's just too old for her now. Okay, let's go here to the skunk. There's the skunk, people.
I'm so happy I could cry on the 24th of January 2019, where she says his name is Sebastian and he came in from Iowa. He looks like he's enjoying himself.
Put a little more hair on this dude. And you got Salah and Chantal. Right sitting right here.
More than her husband is. She feeds the skunk hot dogs, chicken nuggets, and other fast food, processed food that it...
Did you hear that? She feeds the skunk hot dogs, chicken nuggets, and fast food. Wow. A skunk.
Good for a fucking skunk, because he just doesn't want to eat anything else, according to her. But it's too expensive to get skunk feed. This is the same shit she feeds her kids, so I mean, I guess it can tell you how much she cares about her kids on the same level as a fucking... skunks, this is like Twinkie all over again. Skunks...
Now, didn't Allah just talk about how Chantal and Salah, all they eat is air fryer food, like the chicken nuggets and, I don't know, the pizzas and shit? Thank you, Callie. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, you probably got duped. Yep. Yeah, Chantal's actually making her, If she had a dog, she'd probably feed it just table scraps. It'd be a scrap hound, right? Instead of a proper nutritious diet that a dog needs to live long. Anyway, so my point is, they're all the same. It just, you know what I mean? They have the same excuses, the same bad behavior, the same laziness, the same manipulation, the same bullshit. And eventually, they destroy their channels because something they do regularly in their regular life that they try to hide from their audience, right, comes to light on their channel, and everybody swoops in and said, how dare you? How dare you? I hate you. What's wrong with you? I don't like you anymore. I don't want to watch you anymore. I'm unsubscribing. Ah, la, 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 la. Because eventually, they show their real self. And most of them have the mentality of a teenager. So there's that. Yeah, this is your future, Salah. Right there.
Can't live in this fucking dump. They need a clean space, a cleaner home with open floors. And I guess Amy just doesn't care. I mean, she said that she needed support from the internet, but the crying child in the background wasn't the support that she needed. So I guess the skunk is just there too.
So she needs to clean her house for that skunk to run around. It needs to eat skunk food, but it's too expensive. So it's going to eat hot dogs and chicken nuggets and fast food, French fries, whatever. Whatever a skunk doesn't eat. Of course, you know, she's thinking, well, it runs around in the wild. What does it eat? You know what I mean? Well, it's supposed to eat a diet. Everybody has a diet. But apparently, whatever the morbidly obese person's diet is in the house, that's what everybody's eating, including the animals. So yes, they're all the same. And Chantal's cats live in a shit show, a disgusting hoarder's house with full litter boxes. How can you not care about, can you imagine a child running around in her house with a full diaper?
All in all, there's only so much that I can say about Amy. What else could I possibly say to make this clearer that she doesn't say herself? People like Amber and Chantal leave tons and tons of individual bits of drama to talk about, but when you look at Amy, you really just want to run away and pretend it isn't happening.
So there you go, people. I found this creepy, and I found it to be the same behavior we're seeing. Very, very common, very similar. I didn't know if Chantal watched Amy's Life Journey, and then Amy's Life Journey's channel went away like 2 years ago, and that's when Chantal started this new behaviors, and then all of a sudden now we're in a hijab, we're off to Kuwait to marry a man. Like, all of it was so similar, it creeped me out. Like, she's taking on or role-playing Amy's Life Journey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know if the skunk's still alive. Nobody knows. Hosewater, what did you say? Is there a certain personality disorder or mental illness that they all have? Don't know. They diagnose themselves. So how are you going to have a proper diagnosis if you go in, right? If you go into a psychiatrist, it would take them a year to get past the manipulation and the bullshit and the lies and the victimization to actually pinpoint the personality disorder. Would it not? We have no idea. Thank you, JB. This is my Diane Cannon or my triple waiver mermaid hair. I do this once in a while, and it lasts like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. I wish I would have had some setting spray. I'm out, and I would have done it while it was waving, but it's okay. That's scary. She's putting on different personality masks of different people. Exactly, Jason. Did you not see that? Because I kept saying, what is going on? Where do you get all these dumb ideas? YouTubers! I don't know if she got canceled or if she shut her channel down. Does anyone know out there what happened to... Hold on. What happened to her? Pow, pow, pow. I mean, she had a lot of reaction channels. She would have probably made it big But I'm glad her true behavior came out. So no, there's not much on her. There's a few reaction channels, but you know, she disappeared. They quit reacting to her. So I don't know what happened. She shut it down because of CPS. That makes sense. That would make sense. And the funny part, she never went live. She just made videos and edited them. She hit a toddler with a wooden spoon live. Well, we showed what we seen, and it wasn't live. It was a video, and she didn't edit out the part where she opened the door and the 18 to 20-month-old baby. I heard the sound in the hallway, so I thought the child got hurt, right? Because you could hear the boom. I played it twice, and then the child started whimpering and then crying, and then came to the bedroom door. So she just opened the door and just hit the kid, the baby, without even checking to see if that noise was an injury or what. She didn't even care. She was just so mad that she was making a 600 subscriber vlog, and that baby interrupted it. Oh, man. There was a live in the living room, and she went to the kitchen and hit the kid. Holy shit. So she was going live. Okay. Then she needs to be gone. Never to return. Ever. She was working with a caseworker on how to properly discipline. Yeah, it's called positive consequences. That's what you focus on, not the negative. You focus on the positive. And your child will get used to, and pretty soon they're picking up their own toys because they know you're going to praise them. That's what you do. You flip the script. You don't let them know that every time they're going to get hit. Pretty soon, if you ignore them, that's all they're going to do is bad behavior because they're going to get hit. At least it's attention. I'm telling you, man, I can't stand these kind of people. I can't stand just morons having kids so they can say they have a kid. Well, my best friend had a kid, it's my turn. Because then we'll have nothing in common. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, it's work. It's a job. And it lasts 18 to whatever many years. Depends on what kind of mom you are. For me, it lasts forever. I'm always the mom. She could do nails pretty good. Well, guess she should have focused on that career, huh? Unbelievable. So anyway, I just played all that. I kind of wanted you to see the comparison to this whole Kuwaiti arc and how she was talking about she could buy a child from another country. Did you hear Chantal talk about that? I mean, if you don't know the story of how Amy got the first child, she was 25, and she just wanted a baby. I want a baby. So she reached out to people. And I'm not going to say who was having a baby, and they were going to give it up. They didn't want the baby. So she got the boy. Now, she never documented him. Nothing. She never went through the documentation of her having this baby. And now this kid's like 15. Thank you, Thunder 420. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Now this kid's like 15. What? How you getting a driver's license, kid? I mean, did CPS help her with that? I mean, you just go get a kid from somebody? That's like illegal, is it not? There's got to be documentation. How is that possible? But if you go to Toad McKinley, who did the Canadian Horror Story, he talks about it. No, she was only 25. She was not married. She was just a 25-year-old that wanted a baby. Didn't the boy had to go back to his country because he didn't have citizenship? Nobody knows the outcome. I was just in it for the similarities between Chantal. That is trafficking. Undocumented adoption. Was it an undocumented birth too? Oh my God. Crazy. Undocumented adoptions are absolutely terrifying, right? That is why society's messed up. Oh my God. Having a baby to keep a man is the dumbest thing ever. And I don't know where the other 2 children come from that she has. Are they adopted legally with her and her husband? Ugh. I just can't believe like the lengths people will go when they want something. They're going to go get it. Screw the laws. Screw the rules. This is my content on my channel and this is what I want. I just can't believe these people exist. Yeah, I'm sure Troll Detective will do a deep dive. That's why I kind of handed it over. Here, Troll Detective, find out more. Aquarium. That means that child never what? See the pediatrician? Got a shot? Nothing? Because at that time, at the end of her channel, the kid was 12. 11 or 12. That's crazy. But we're here for it. We're kind of like the news. But I just was looking at the role-playing similarities between Foodie Beauty and Amy's Life Journey. And I'm like, oh, look who she watched for a while. And now that Amy's Life Journey's gone, all the videos are gone. How hard would it be to slide into that role, right? Think about it. This is getting creepier. Yes, alive is not alive unless I say aquarium, because I always forget to mute it. Chantel has said that she has watched Amy, right? But how deep did she watch Amy? Did she take on some of her personality, her ideas for content? See how creepy this can get? Where you literally have nothing, personality, wants, hopes, dreams, aspirations, and your only aspiration is like duplicating somebody else and their content and their whatever. That is like movies. You know how much they watch movies? They sing the movie songs. Like, this is getting weird. Body snatcher. There it is. Or single white female. Oh! Now that goes deeper than just, I have depression. Ah! It's like, this like single white female. Oh my God. Yeah, and Chantal always says, I mean, think about it. She's never left her home. She's never like went out there. She worked a few years as a medical secretary, but then she quit the one job and ended up admitting it because she wanted this other job at the hospital, working in the psych ward. Like, she was fascinated by the psych ward, right? Whatever weird shit that was. Anyway, and the doctor just couldn't get along with her. And now remember, the doctor was a health guru. She ate healthy food, and I don't know, her and Chantel started like, you know, then Chantel started calling in sick all the time because she just didn't want to go. Like, it was weird. Maybe at one point that doctor reached out and tried to put like a wall between her and her food addiction. Like, let me help you. I'm a doctor, right? And she wasn't having it. So she ended up like calling in all the time, just waiting to get fired. And finally they fired her. And then she took them to court to get a settlement. Yeah, and she was underqualified. She lied about her qualifications, right? Yeah. So there's that. And so it's weird, like how she plays games with people. And if she gets away with it, yay. If she don't, she's coming for you. It is weird. Of her backstory like you. What's that mean? They didn't fire her correctly, so they had to pay, right? If they would have used the right verbiage, she would have never, ever, ever got that severance for 6 months. She got like $562 a week. And then her and Pete were eating $500 a week in takeout food. So they maxed out Pete's credit cards. I mean, while she was unemployed, it was a whole thing. It's like a repeat. We're back on repeat, Pete. She's using you for short-term loans, right? While her channel's going, whoa. Oh, Janine's a troll. I'm so glad you know all. I went and watched the Canadian Horror Story, and it was in her own words. It was awesome. In her own words. Do you want me to play it? Chantal or Misty Moo, whoever you are? Do you want me to go play it? You know what? That's what we're going to do tomorrow. Should we? React to the Canadian Horror Story. So you can hear it out of her own mouth. Well, then why would you say that I'm making this up? Where's your facts and receipts that I'm making it up? I'm going to play it tomorrow. You going to be here? You going to be here, Janine? Because I'm going to play it. You're not a troll? Okay. Yeah, let's react to it. Because it's nuggets. It's before Natter, right? And this is, in her words, all the bad behavior and all the bad things. Oh, and a really good friend tells you all about how she treated her sister because she was her best friend and watched it. So there was that. Yeah, I will. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. I think that would be fun to hear it out of her own mouth, since we're all liars. Oh, you were glad I knew all this because you didn't. Well, you worded it wrong, yeah. Next time, read it before you send it. Because you know me. If you tell me about myself, oh, girl, I'm going to show you all the proof and the receipts you want to see. And that's the way I work. That's how I work. That's what I meant to say, but I accidentally hit send. Okay, got it. No problem. You can retract it, though. Once you've hit send, you can hit retract. Sounds great. Can't wait for it. Yes, it will be fun tomorrow. Let's have a little lunch. Preach It Sunday. And we're going to react to... Is today Sunday or is tomorrow Sunday? I don't even know what day it is. I'm out there. We're working on the van today. I ain't got time for the shenanigans. Oh, today's Saturday. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, tomorrow, Preach It Sunday, we're going to go and watch and react to the Canadian Horror Story. It's like, what? Whoa. You don't get paid on Saturday or Sunday. So Chantal, United States will get paid on Monday, and Chantal will get paid on Tuesday. And then I think she's flying out. She should be flying out in about 6 days. So look how that worked out. Right after payday. Yes, tomorrow will be fun. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll give you plenty of notice. And yes, we are going to have a great time reacting to it. See how Elizabeth retracted hers? See? Do that. Hey, guys. All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so I'm sure Troll Detective will do a deep dive into whatever happened to all those adoptive children, the one even that was undocumented. And seriously, I trust Troll Detective to get into the nitty-gritty, right? I just popped it out there and looking at the similarities of single white female turning into fatal attraction, right? All right, guys, we're going to work on Max. I'm going to make some videos. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow on Preach It Sunday. Bye, guys.